Gary Neville, plejer internazzjonali u ex-captain tal-Manchester United. Joseph Calleja, konsidrat bħala l-aqwa tenur tad-dinja.
How are you, Joseph?
I'm fine. I'm fine. This is a deja vu, sort of, but yeah, I'm absolutely fine, and I'm looking forward. First of all, I'm honored to meet you virtually. That is, and I'm thrilled. I am. Well, I'm. It's not that I'm not a Manchester United fan, but I know football, and I know you're from football, and it's just quite surreal to have you here in front of me, as many will feel when they see this video.
You're not a Liverpool fan, are you?
My uncle Lewis is.
Oh no, we don't like Uncle Lewis.
He probably disowned from his side of the family for this, but hey, I mean it's what it is.
Who do you support, Joseph?
Since a young age, I support Inter Milan. Inter. I'm from the Italian side of Malta. Malta has two sides.
I remember being over in Malta one summer and being knocked out of the tournament, and I'd already gone on holiday to Malta, and Italy was still in the tournament, as per usual, and Italy won a game. I can't remember what game it was or what tournament. All the thousands of fans, the flags.
Do you remember the year?
I don't know. It may have been 98 or 2002. I'm not sure.
How do you feel? Because I would presume it's a bit similar when I go on stage in front of 4,000 people. But you sometimes have 60, 70,000 and north of that. How does it feel when it's the final?
There is nothing in my life makes me feel like that moment of standing in the tunnel before I walk out onto the pitch, where the fans are there, the anticipation, that everybody's watching around the world, and you think, I was a defensive player. I was a bit more anxious, whereas somebody like Rooney was just completely free and felt like this was the place he wanted to be all his life. I mean, how do you feel when you just about to walk onto stage? Anxious or free?
It's pretty much the same. What I find is that if I'm gonna sing, and this different performers, they vary. Like football players vary. I'm sure how they deal with it. When the night before a match, a qualifying round or a final, how do you feel? Do you sleep?
I used to sleep quite well, but what I used to do, I don't know if it's the same with you, I used to repeat the same routine the day before every match. So that always. I knew it. Yeah. So you feel that you've prepared well, you feel that everything's the same. So I used to eat at 9, 12:30, 3:30 and 7 o'clock before every game.
The same things that make you feel always same things religiously, yeah.
Always the same things, always try and sit in the same seats on the coach or in the dressing room, always try and do the same things. And these routines help you prepare for, obviously, it helps you settle you down, it relaxes you. And people used to call them superstition in football. Footballers are very superstitious. But I used to say it's preparation. Yeah, it's preparation. It's how you prepare for the match.
It's actually rituals. It's rituals, yes. Isn't it?
Yes.
And it is our way to be psychologically okay with ourselves.
Yeah.
That what I tell myself is, if something goes bad, you've done what's humanly possible to be good. So your consciousness is right. If you partied 2 or 3 days, because we are thinkers, just like you footballers, we can't party, we can drink, we can even speak 2 or 3 days before a show. And if you have that on your conscience, it adds just, oh crap, we have to do it. I've misbehaved the night before, or 2 nights before, so it's not the best thing. You're one of the first hoteliers who actually offered your hotels to the NHS. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Huge cases over here in the UK, and I was with Winston Zara, who obviously is who's our leader in our hospitality company. And we started talking about, could we potentially make our hotels available for the NHS and for the medical professionals? And we've now got about 90 rooms out of our 170 that are full. I know that you've got a foundation, Joseph, that you do a lot of work with young people to give them an opportunity and a chance to make the best of themselves.
A few years ago, I said, I approached Bank of Valletta. I said, will you do this with me? That really helped me a lot with this. And we have raised around €1 million in the past in the past 5 years with by Maltese standards is massive. And now we have more than 70 scholars from all the plethora of the performing arts.
Is there anybody that's going to be as good as you when they're older that you're mentoring at the moment?
I hope there's going to be many who are going to be better than me. There is a youngster from Gozo. He's 20 years old, no, 21. Charles Boudic. Our careers is a bit different than football. We go a little bit over, like you can still sing very well if you take care of your voice when you're 60. Last Domingo, he's 80 and he's still singing quite magnificent. Yeah. So and I say hi to Plasto, who's a personal friend and mentor too. He watched it. He's a huge football fan.
Yeah, I mean, footballers finish usually when they're about 35, and one of the big fears of footballers is obviously injuries and the wear and tear on the body. What do you have to do with your voice to be able to maintain it so that you can last for such a long time? What exercises, what rest preparation do you do?
Exactly. We are not so physical entirely. Like we're not like you have to. I mean, how much do you have to? How many kilometers or miles a day you have to run or jog? I mean, in training.
It would be more. It's probably about 2 hours training a day, but it's usually a mixture of shorter type bursts.
Short bursts.
Yeah.
But you need to build. So because we use our voice. We use our voice. Yeah. We take it a little bit more easy. But there are many now runners and my friend Liseto Ropeza, who's a marathon runner, who's an incredible singer. I lift a lot and I walk a lot with my dogs. Occasionally I jog, but I do it very slowly because I'm a big fan and I have to take care of my joints. But otherwise, physically, it's like you. We have to eat right, spicy foods, alcohol is out of the question, clubbing is out of the question, socializing when you're towards the end of rehearsal period about to perform. And the days in between the performance, like it's preparation for the next performance. Like for you, it would be preparation for the next game.
So no alcohol whatsoever. You don't drink.
The overwhelming majority of opera singers don't drink when they are singing because we depend on 2 vocal folds that do literally vibrate like this, and they're constantly being lubricated by mucus. If you drink alcohol, that mucus stickles because alcohol dehydrates the body, as you know.
Yeah.
And then you have the lubrication doesn't work as well, and there can be obstruction even. So
the
human voice is not designed to sing in an opera for 2 hours. So obviously, we have to help it in any way we can so we'll be able to do so. So actually, a little bird told me that you would like to hear Blue Moon. So here it comes. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Not quite what I wanted. I wanted the Manchester United song, but it must be that you've been contaminated over there in Malta.
You never can believe this fake lies, okay? Honestly, this is all fake lies. And you should be ashamed to be a journalist like that. You shouldn't repeat those stuff, okay? Me and Melania, we're doing everything against the COVID. Nobody knows COVID as much as us, okay? Honestly, really, true. It's a bad imitation.